What is going on, my Houston Texans family? Hope you are having a blessed Monday. Even though it's not a victory Monday, the Houston Texans fall yesterday to the Denver Broncos. 18-15 is the final score. Quarterback CJ Stroud, late hit, no flag thrown. I'm not going to complain about it, but he gets concussed, has to leave the game. In comes in Davis Mills, and the offense, I don't want to say it was worse because what we saw today, even with Davis Mills at quarterback, I think we've been seeing the entire year, and it's just an offense that's not good. With that being said, the Texans are now 3-5. Um, a lot of fans on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are still talking about playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no faith in this Houston Texan offense. This offense has shown you it cannot be good against good football teams. We're going to continue to talk about this matchup, but with that being said, episode brought to you and powered by Sleeper. The NFL season is here, which means you now have a chance to 1,000 times your cash on daily fantasy football. Football has never been more exciting than it is now with players like CJ Stroud, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson. Pick on stats for these stars like touchdowns, passing yards, receiving yards, fantasy points, and more for up to a 1,000 times payout on Sleeper. Get your picks right, and you could win big. Use promo code 713HOU and you get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. Sleeper is also giving you an opportunity to not even put a deposit down. Free $20 entry. Just type in 713HOU. Now, as we go to the stats for this game, I think the one that pops out is 3 of 17 on third down. It's just not good. The stats for both Texans quarterbacks before going out the game with a concussion. CJ Stroud, 6 of 10, 79 yards, 0 tutties, no interceptions, was sacked twice. His quarterback rating was 85. The offense with CJ Stroud, it looked better in terms of getting the ball out quick. CJ Stroud was in command, but when you get to the 1 yard line, when you're so close to putting up six, you can't. You just cannot get into the end zone. This offensive line, it has no push, and I mean no push whatsoever. CJ Stroud goes out, wishing him the very best, wishing him the speediest of recoveries. I have no idea if he is going to play on Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Um, Once we find that out, maybe we can have a conversation about the game. But wishing CJ Stroud the very best. His mom posted a photo of him and her. Scary moments whenever anyone goes down. Uh, you know, but man, when you see that it's your franchise quarterback, it feels like time stops, right? But wishing him the very best. Happy he got off. Gave a thumbs up to the crowd. Should have been a flag. Should have been a flag. Not thrown. Moving on. Davis Mills comes in at quarterback. And this was something that a lot of you guys wanted. I've seen Davis Mills everywhere. I've even seen my guy War Daddy say, "Bring in Mertz." You heard Landry Locker last week. I mean, the game against Seattle say, I wanted to see how it was with Davis Mills in their quarterback. And well, we got to see it. Was it better? No. Was it worse? No, it was kind of the same thing that we've been seeing all year. The Texans offense themselves with Davis Mills at quarterback found an opportunity, at the 2 yard line, so close to putting up seven, and you just cannot do it. There's no creativity when it comes down there. All of a sudden, Nick Chubb and Woody Marks, they just disappear. And like I said, you get no push from your offensive line. You can't run the tush push because you're not Jalen Hurts. It's just whenever you get down there, the fans have no confidence that you're going to put up seven. And we've seen this all year going back to the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's CJ Stroud at quarterback? Davis Mills was missing people. There was a big moment where he had Christian Kirk, I think, over the middle, and it would have been a big first down. I think it was third and long. just a little too high. Speaking of Christian Kirk, man, he is a vacuum. He is a black hole. He sucks in the targets of Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. And I'm at the point where, I don't want to see Christian Kirk. He's not here for the future. He's not long term. Jaden Noel, Jaden Higgins are. Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins won you the game last week against San Francisco. But yet, you only get one target to Jaden Higgins. And Jalen Noel doesn't even get a catch, doesn't even get a target. Like, it's so crazy how when this team goes against anyone good, they revert back to their old ways, the ways that got them to the dance, right? If I'm using that correctly. And we've seen this multiple times before, dating back even to last year with Shaq Mason and Blake Fisher. That whole fiasco. Why does Christian Kirk come in and then you just and your rookies are non-existent? Woody Marks, 3 targets, no receptions. What are we doing here? Why do we continue to not utilize these rookies, even though these rookies have won you games? I'm really not understanding what the game plan is here for these young guys. Your leading receiver of the day was Dalton Schultz, 6 catches, 77 yards. He had a big 47-yard catch from Davis Mills. Dalton Schultz might be your best offensive weapon all year. Nico Collins, 7 receptions, 75 yards, and they ran away from Nico Collins in the second half. I don't like spam number 12. Spam number 12. Xavier Hutchinson, 3 catches, 30 yards. Christian Kirk, 4 catches, 26 yards. Jaden Higgins, 1 catch, 4 yards. Dare, 1 catch, 2 yards. Why is Dare on the field? Harrison Bryant, 1 catch, 2 yards, and no Woody Marks. No Jalen, no. The offense is a problem. The offense is going to continue to be a problem as the season goes on. And I told y'all this was going to happen. I told y'all that y'all were going to get every single week a game where the Houston Texans defense will keep them in the game, but this offense will not be able to put up points, even though they're just 2 yards away, 1 yard away, whether it's CJ Davis Mills. The Houston Texan offense is just putrid, guys. It's not good. I have zero to little faith in our offensive coordinator. I have zero to little faith on our offensive coaching staff, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. Seeing the way Sean Payton, just gets his players involved, schemes plays for Evan Ingram, Troy Franklin, the rookie running back, I think Harvey. Why is it so hard to make a play for Woody, make a play for Jalen Noel? Davis Mills, I mean, do I really blame him from going out there and not getting the win? No, not really. It's just a backup quarterback at the end of the day. But also, I will say, when you're given these opportunities, you got to take advantage of them. But what you saw was that the offense, no matter who was slinging the rock, it's just non-existent. I don't know what is going to fix this offensive line. I am sick of Laken Tomlinson. I really am. Titus Howard had to leave the game with a concussion. Wishing him the very best and speediest of recoveries. On the defensive side, I mean, everything was good outside of Derek Stingley. And Derek Stingley, I mean, if we're having an honest conversation, Derek Stingley has not been an all pro. Hell, he hasn't even been a top 5 corner. Eh, that's I might be being a little harsh, but Kamari Lassiter has looked fantastic the last 2 weeks when he's being tested. But we've seen Derek Stingley the last couple of weeks lose the matchups that he's normally winning. Touchdown by Corey Sutherland. They go up 7-6. Should be 14-7. Should be 17 because you also missed a field goal from Kaimi Fairbairn. But then Kaimi Fairbairn makes up for that, that one loss with 5 other ones that he made. 5 of 6 from field goals. Will Anderson Jr., 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack. Will Anderson Jr. is becoming one of his own, ladies and gentlemen. Danielle Hunter, we asked for him to show up. I think AD said he was going to put him on a milk carton if he didn't have an impact in this game. 0 impact in this game from Danielle Hunter. Come on, Danielle. One of the highest paid edge rushers in the NFL. When was the last time Danielle Hunter got a sack? Kamari Lassiter was probably one of your best players on defense. 9 tackles, 6 of them solo, 2 pass breakups. Aziz, 9 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Henry, 2 of 2-0. Man, stop getting in TikToks, man. 7 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Derek Stingley, 2 pass breakups. MJ Stewart, 1 pass breakup. Danielle, 1 pass breakup. Kalen Bullock, 1 interception, 1 pass breakup. Shout out to Kalen Bullock. He's finding, he's becoming that ball hawk and safety. The Houston Texans are 3-5, ladies and gentlemen. It feels like this is like a 500 football team. With that being said, as we go on, my confidence in the defense is always going to be a 10. But I don't think I've gone anywhere higher than a 7 or 8 when it comes to this offense. Hell, I'm at a 0. It looked like you could have potentially got something with CJ Stroud, right? They got to the red zone. Who knows? As the game went on, they probably would have gotten to the rhythm and found himself in there. Who knows? Who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Texan offense is lost, and it will continue to be lost. I'm not sure what could come in and fix it. If you guys got an answer, let me know in the comments down below. Episode brought to you and powered by Sleeper. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I love y'all. Have a very blessed day.